Want to achieve network marketing success? Then you're in the right company. Hello, and welcome to Leave Nothing to Chance, hosted by networking marketing giant John Solleder. Learn everything you need to know about the network marketing space from somebody who's actually done it. Join us every week for front row seats as we feature some of the finest and most successful personalities in network marketing. Leave nothing to chance. Join us now.
Well, hey, it is a pleasure to welcome a long-term friend of mine. I consider this woman and her family as my Mexican family. Whenever I'm in Monterrey, they take great care of me. So she's almost like a little sister to me, but
thank you.
A little younger. Well, your younger sister, and that is my good friend Adriana Cazares from beautiful Monterrey, Mexico. She has been successful in network marketing. She's been successful in coaching. She's been successful in the beauty industry and comes from a wonderful family once again. So Adriana, welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh, thank you, John. I am very happy to be here because you know that you are my mentor. I have to say that. You are my mentor, and it's an honor to be with you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being here. And let me ask you this: I know you've been in business for yourself a long time. How many years?
Well, I began in this industry at 19, about 34, 35 years.
Wow. Okay, long time. And I know self-development is very important to you. And what was the first book that you read on self-development that kind of got your attention? That light bulb moment where that light bulb came off in your head and you said, I got it.
Well, I read a lot because it's a hobby to me. I love to read. And when one of the books that marked my life is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People of Stephen Covey. I don't know if the translation is the same. Los 7 hábitos de la gente altamente eficaz, Stephen Covey. And for me, the habits that you have in your life is very important to get the people to get the life that you want. Because
Absolutely.
There is the actions, and right now, the self-development is a way of life to me. I am coach of life. And for me, the actions, it is the important thing to change any life.
Absolutely. And Covey is such a great writer and educator, and love that book as well. But let me ask you this, Adriana, if they showed up at your house there in Monterrey today, and they said, okay, Adriana, we're going to take you to a beautiful deserted island, and there'll be plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of nourishment. Besides your Holy Bible, which I know is very important to you, you can only bring that and 3 other books. What would those 3 books be?
Well, right now I am very involved in Física Cuántica, and Eckhart Tolle is one of my best authors that I began to read Eckhart Tolle about 3 years ago, and any book that he wrote, I always buy it. And the last one is A New Land, Una Nueva Tierra, and for me, it is very important. What do you think? Because your things goes to your emotions, goes to the actions, and then goes to the your reality. And for me, the New Land is a book that awakened a lot of people to get the responsibility of your life. And the other one is the Los líderes que comen al final. I am Simon Sinek.
Mm-hmm.
That is another author that I read all the books that he writes. And the other one could be Walter Rizzo is another very, very nice author that he talked a lot about the emotions of the people. And it is the limit of the love, the boundaries of the love. In Spanish is los límites del amor. I think that the translation is the boundaries of the love.
It sounds so much better in Spanish.
Yes. Well, I don't know exactly which is the translation, you know.
Well, both are great. It's just anytime you say amore in Spanish, it's such a beautiful word, you know. But okay, great. So let's talk about this for a minute. I know you've been in network marketing now for a long time, and you've also coached people in network marketing. But let's just set up a scenario where, you know, these past 2 years have been crazy. I know you know that. I know everybody in Mexico knows that. Everybody in the U.S. knows that. Everybody listening to us internationally knows that. We don't need to tell anybody that. But people that perhaps had looked at network marketing and they never got involved. And let's just say that it was a mother and daughter, 25-year-old daughter, went to school, got good grades, maybe went to college, started her business career, and then all of a sudden, boom, the pandemic comes, and she went from maybe living outside the house to maybe having to come back and live with mom and dad. And her mom, who's about 60, and mom was a upper level executive at a company and successful, and maybe was even looking towards retirement prior to the pandemic. And all of a sudden the pandemic came and into those plans. And all of a sudden they say, listen, you know, Adriana, she's a business coach. She's been in network marketing. She's been successful at everything she's ever been involved with. Let's go down the street, knock on Adriana's door and say, Adriana, why should we start a business today in network marketing as opposed to 2 years ago before the pandemic? Because circumstances have changed. Why today should the 25-year-old start? Why today should the 60-year-old start?
Well, for me, the MLM, it is an industry that everybody can have this business, but you have to do this business with patience, like everything that you do in your life, you know? If you don't believe from your heart in the business or in the activity that you will do, it will not work, you know? And MLM is the same. You have to believe in the industry. For me, it's a very nice opportunity to everybody that wants to skip another level in his life, you know, because you have all the leaders like you, like me, and many friends that we have in this industry with a lot of knowledge that we share all our experience for that people that believe in our company. And that is a treasure, because you have all the experience of business women and businessmen for you free. And we will tell you how to do the business, and we will be with you, because for us, each new member that has success is a success for us also. And many people, I think, that don't understand that, because they think that MLM is like you will bother all the people and call and you will be reject in many occasions, you know, and they are afraid of that. But it is a way to do this business professionally, because I am a women entrepreneur. I am a successful entrepreneur, and I am in MLM because it's a business where you can put effort and you will get the results quickly. Because I had in the past a clinic, salon, beauty salon. I have many other businesses that I have to give a lot of money to that businesses, a lot of time, a lot of work, and I see the results 3 years later, 5 years later. And in MLM, you can get the results quickly if you are commitment with the business. If not, as many businesses, if you are not committed with that activity, you will not have the good results.
So let me ask you this. So let's talk about women, because you've been very involved as a woman entrepreneur in the city that you live in, and in your country for that matter. And, women, whether it's in Mexico or the United States or Canada or Europe or Asia or wherever, women are never treated equally in business the way that they should be, unless they start the business most of the time, right? Where network marketing, multi-level marketing, leveraged marketing, whatever you want to call it, the pay plans are the same for women as they are for men. You got a consistency to it where it doesn't say, well, we're going to pay a man 45%, we're going to pay a woman 42%, which unfortunately some businesses do and around the world. And it's just, it's a terrible thing, but it is what it is. And we know that. Talk about that for a minute. The level playing field that network marketing provides. And I know you're second generation, because I know your mom's been involved in the industry.
My mother is in the business about 45 years.
Wow. But talk about that for a minute from a woman's perspective, right? The fairness that exists in multi-level versus maybe non-multi-level business ventures.
Well, in MLM, you have the same opportunity than men. And I think, maybe I am wrong, but I think that the women have a lot of abilities that can have advantage of that abilities in MLM. Because MLM, you have to be intelligent, you have to have financial strategies, you also have to be kind, you have to be emotional contact with the people, and all that things, all that abilities are in the women world. And for me, it's an industry that can help you to get all your dreams, and you will be with your family also. Exactly. Because your family needs you, and you can share the time, and you have the freedom to get what do you want, but also to be responsible with your children, because your children are learning about you. Exactly.
So let's talk about something else here. I know you have gotten involved in politics, and without getting involved without saying any particular party that you're associated with or whatever, I know you've taken yourself into the political world now, which is kind of new.
Not really. I support some candidates in Mexico, because I think that if you want that a government change, you have to be involved, because it is very easy to criticize what other people do, but you never involved in that. You have to have responsibility for your country, And I support some candidates that I'm agree with their kind of thought on all the strategies that they have for help our countries now.
Well, let's talk about that from another standpoint, because your skill set that you've acquired through these many years in network marketing have helped you obviously in public speaking and communication to support the political realm that you agree with. But how's it helped?
For the MLM, in all my career in MLM, I had and I got a lot of new professions, because when I began in MLM was in a French company, a cosmetic French company, and I had a new career in cosmetologist and makeup artist, and also in image, and then when I went to another company, I was a health coach, and also, and all the MLM companies way I be professional in different positions, you know. And right now, I am coach, a life coach, because all the abilities that I learned in MLM, also with a lot of books, a lot of seminars, and all, because when you are in MLM, you have to be a better person because you are a leader, and that give you a higher responsibility because many people follow you, and you have to grow in many parts of your life, 360 degrees growing, you know, because the people that follow you, they expect that you are growing, you know. For that reason, they follow you.
Exactly.
And you have a very, very, very big responsibility. And for that, and MLM pushed me to be a life coach right now, because I took a lot of seminars to be better person. And then I want to share with the others how I get what I have.
So let's talk about that. So you've started a coaching company, and what is the name of it? I know I see it on the screen there, but you can say it in English and Spanish if you like.
What the first company?
No, the name of your coaching company.
No, it's Adriana Cazares, Coaching for a Better Life.
And in Spanish, that is?
Adriana Cazares, acompañante para una vida mejor.
Ah, okay. I was going to try it in Spanish, but I decided not to.
because I think that is a misunderstanding, coach. A coach, we are not an expert. You know, we are growing with the people that we are with them. A coach is like a friend that tells you how you can get what do you want easily, like a path, you know. But a coach is just a listener that will tell you how to get the things easily. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Depends of what part of your life you want to grow, no?
Well, I think it's a self-development tool that a lot of people now are starting to use, because look, I mean, you and I have both been athletes at one point in our life.
Yes.
Right? We had coaches there for the same thing to kind of guide the process, or when we have a difficulty with something to say, do this or try that, maybe this will work, or whatever it happens to be in an athletic realm. And I think when we get into the business realm, a lot of people are using coaches for the same thing. It's like, hey, I'm stuck on this or that.
Yeah.
Let me be another set of eyes.
I have a lot of friends in different specialties, because I have just self-development specialty, PNLN, and all these self-development, degrees, you know. But I am not an expert I am not psychologist, you know. I am not psychiatric. I have friends that if somebody has a bigger problem, I will tell them, go with this friend, with that friend, because I am not expert in all the fields. It's just one part. But when you are growing in your life, you go always with the experts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they are my friends right now, of course. as you know, you are my mentor in MLM, and I share all that friends with the people that comes with me to get an answer of their problems, you know.
So what are some of the things that you coach people on to help them, maybe through a life struggle? Because a lot of times in business, it has nothing to do with business that they're struggling with. It's something, whether it's their marriage, whether it's their relationship with their children, whether it's maybe a lot of people right now, especially these last 2 years, are struggling with anxiety that maybe they didn't have 2 years ago, right? Because we don't know, none of us know what's next, right? At this point, what's the world going to throw at us?
In all this way, John, I realized that for the human being is very important the emotional things. And many people look for the answer outside, and all the answers are inside. And many people have the fear to go inside because they have scratch from the childhood or something that hurts them, but you have to clean all the things that you have inside to get and to have all the power that you have to get what do you want. We come from I believe in God. And I love a phrase of Chopra that he tells the human being is a God in an embryo. And all people have the same opportunity to be close of that, but depends of what we do, how you grow, what you are doing with your life. First of all, you have to have a God with you as your basis, and also you have to believe in you. The self-esteem is very, very important. If you don't believe in you, you will not get what you want.
Good point.
That is my main topic in all my seminars, the self-esteem.
Well, and it's a great point, because when you look at people who are successful, whether it's in network marketing or whether it's in general business or whether it's in politics or whether it's in entertainment even, they generally have high levels of self-esteem, where they believe in themselves. So would you agree that success is an inside job?
Yeah, I am very, very sure of that. For that reason, I am in the self-development business, included MLM, because MLM also is a self-development school, and it's free for all the people that want to commitment in this industry.
It's an interesting point, because when I think about multi-level and the many years I've been in it, which would be 39 in April, Adriana, I'm getting up there, but not as long as your mom.
We're almost the same. We are almost the same. I began in 19 years old. Well, before, because my mother she's always in MLM. But when I was involved 17, and right now I have 54.
Think about that for a second, because I've interviewed other people like yourself where mom or dad were involved in the industry, and you grew up hearing about Napoleon Hill or about As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, or some of the great speakers that are in network marketing that developed their careers in network marketing, or Jim Rohn, for example. And it's funny how those great authors of self-development we use in our industry constantly, and we take them for granted because we know who they are, and then people get involved in our industry and they don't necessarily know who they are, and it's like, well, you mean you haven't read As a Man Thinketh? You haven't read Think and Grow Rich? You haven't read all the other great materials that are out there? And you were blessed that your mom was involved in the industry, so at a young age you got exposed to that stuff.
I have to confess that at the beginning I didn't want it, of course, because I have a career. I have a international studies master, and my dream when I was young is to travel around the world. Because for me, the freedom is the magical word, you know, and the dream is go to many places and travel around the world. For that reason, I study international studies.
Mhm.
And when my mother told me, Adriana, you have to work with me because this company offers me this opportunity, but I cannot do it alone because it's a lot of work to do, because we will be beginners in the country. And I told you, my mother, no, of course not, Mom. I am international study lawyer, you know. I will travel around the world. And I was with my mother very angry because I want to travel around the world. You know, that is my dream. And when the years passed, John, you know how many places I had been, how many countries I knew because MLM, how many people I know. And, you know, when you are young, you don't see what would you get. And you have to have faith that God give you the opportunity, but maybe it's hide and you cannot see it in the moment. But when you do something with love, with patience, with a higher mission, you will get what do you want and more.
Exactly.
And I am very passionate woman, you know me, very excited when I'm doing something. And for that reason, I have a very, very good career. It just, not just in MLM, also as a coach, as a businesswoman, and as a speaker. But it's God. When you have a God in your life, he gives you the opportunities, but you have to have the skills to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because if you don't have that skills, the opportunities will pass and you will not see it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And of course, I am a professional in MLM, and many skills that I have right now, I got it from MLM.
Well, that's the thing that's amazing is how many skills we pick up and we go to something else, and maybe we even make it look easy in something else. And people say, wow, like, how does that person have all those skills? Because there's so many things that we learn.
Yes, for example, I think that one of my best qualities is public relations. Public relations. I can speak with everybody. I have many security in myself, but that came with all the people that I have to gave them the speech of the MLM, you know. And at the first time I was afraid, but then you did it many times, and at the end you are not afraid to talk with, I don't care who is the people, you know. Right now I talk with presidents of companies and with people in government, and I am very secure of what is Adriana.
Well, you know, there's an old statement that from the sport of wrestling that a guy named Dan Gable used to say that once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy.
Yeah.
And I would say from a business standpoint that once you've been in MLM, everything else in life is easy.
Yeah,
for the most part, because we learn so much about everything.
It is the best school of life.
Exactly.
MLM is the best school of life because you have to be self-esteem, and then you have to learn skills to talk in public, and then you have to have a very good financial thinking, you know, and how to make team, and many skills that you don't get in the university.
Exactly.
Yes, for that reason, many people that don't have a career is very successful here, because in MLM you can get many human skills.
Exactly.
Not just theoretical.
Theoretical, yeah.
Theoretical skills. For example, I know that I don't speak 100% good English. I don't care. You told me the interview will be in English. Okay, go ahead. I know that I will have many mistakes, but at the end, I know that with my passion and with my, that I can get and contact with the people, even though I don't have a very good English.
Well, you know what? You and I have so many experiences together, and it illustrates a point. I came to Monterey one time to do a meeting with you and your team, and I spoke Spanish, if you remember. I had a paragraph of Spanish. I had been practicing my Spanish, and there was one word in particular that has, if you say it one way, it means one thing, and if you say it another way, it means another thing.
Yeah.
And you were my comfort because you kept helping me with the word, so I said it properly, so I didn't offend 1,000 people, right? The last thing you want to do is come to a foreign city and offend 1,000 people, right? So, but
yeah, because I was a translator,
right.
at that event, and when you told that, I changed the word because I understood what do you want to say, yeah, and I knew that the word that you used was different. For that reason, I translate different.
Well, so sometimes what we have to do, and you're making a great point of this, or we're making a great point of this, I guess, together, is sometimes you have to do what you fear most. And, a lot of people, as you know, are fearful of public speaking in general in their own language, whether it's Spanish or English or whatever they speak. And all of a sudden you're going to go and you're going to speak a different language and you do it. But it becomes that personal growth where you say, okay, I did it. And I did it. I survived. And the people were happy that I tried to speak their language, because that's a whole nother point, right?
And you know something, John, the human being contact with the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
When you are talking with the truth and with emotion, you can get the contact with the people, even you don't say any word.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Many people go to the, I don't know, a singer concert that he sings in another language. The people don't understand anything, but they feel it. They feel the song, or they feel the music, even though you don't have any words.
Exactly.
And we have to trust in all the qualities that human being has.
Well, it's another great point that you're making. It's kind of like when somebody smiles.
Yeah.
Right. If somebody smiles at you, they may not speak the same language, but you feel good. You feel a good emotion. So the name of our show is leavingnothingtochance.com, and we air on Spotify, Apple iTunes, and a number of other different podcast channels around the world. Every single Tuesday, we have a show. And we have great guests like Adriana every single week, mostly focused on network marketing and personal development, self-development, whatever you want to call it, but things that are going to help you to grow as an individual. My name is John Solleder, and I'm the author of 4 books on network marketing. The 2 main titles that you can still get on Amazon are Moving Up 2020. And also Leave Nothing to Chance, which I co-authored with a good friend of mine, Foster Owusu, up in Toronto, Canada. And Adriana, this has been a pleasure, as always. It's always great to see you. So I'm going to give you the last word to encourage our people. What one thing can they do to make themselves better today after they listen to this podcast?
Well, first of all, I think that you have to take your life in your control. You have to be responsible.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Responsible of your life, and go inside. The answers are inside you. If you cannot do it alone, many people that love to do and to help you to do it. But if you don't have the life that you want, you have to be inside you. First of all, to project what do you want, you have to be better inside you.
Well, thank you so much, my friend. Gracias. And always a pleasure to see you, and continued success with everything that you're doing, from your coaching for a better life to your political things that you're doing. I wouldn't be surprised to see you be president of Mexico at some point.
No, well, no. I just want to support the people that have good intentions for my country.
Absolutely. And you know what, that's a great thing. And we need to be politically active, especially those of us in small business, like multi-level, because a lot of the policies some of these people make are not good for small business, and they're not good for entrepreneurs. So it's important to be involved. So I thank you for doing that. And something I need to do more so myself, frankly, is get more involved in the process.
And I have a program in social media. Please give a like. And I have a program each Tuesday it's in Spanish, but if you are Spanish or speak Spanish, see my program. It's all about how to be better persons.
Go ahead and share that in Spanish if you like, because a lot of our listeners are bilingual.
Tengo un programa en redes sociales que se llama Adriana Cazares, mi mejor versión. Y bueno, los invito, es el próximo, todos los martes de 6:30 a 7 de la noche, y es Adriana Cazares MX, Adriana Cazares MX, en Instagram, en Facebook y en YouTube. Ayer fue mi primer programa. Yesterday was my first program in social media.
Oh, wow, great.
Well, alone, because I had been in another programs with another people, but this is my first program alone.
Great.
As a guest of many important people that share with all of us knowledge to be better.
Great. Well, Adriana, thank you again, my friend. Good to see you.
Thank you, John. You are my mentor. You are a very, very special person in my life. You know it. And your family, please tell hello to your wife and your children. You are one of my favorite person that I know is John Solleder.
Well, thank you for that. And likewise, say hello to your mom and the kids and your sister and everybody else down there. And thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Leave Nothing to Chance. If you want to know more about what it takes to succeed in the network marketing space, join us again next week for another amazing episode. For additional resources and to connect with John Solleder, visit leavingnothingtochance.com. Don't forget to leave a review, and we'll see you next time.